guys, it's Haley and welcome to another bookish video. Today I'm going to be getting into my December TBR. I'm going to tell you all the books that I want to read in the month of December. I know we're already a little bit into December at this point. I had some travel plans for Thanksgiving and things were really busy at the top of this month. I'm going to have just generally a really busy December, but these are the books that I'm hoping to fit in the times that I have free to read. I have a whole stack of wintry thrillers and holiday romance and cozy fantasy and everything in between to share with you. But before I get into my December TBR, I do want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Book of the Month. Let me put on my cute little hat that they sent me. Oh my god, is this not adorable? Born to read books, forced to read emails. Like, yeah, exactly. I'm not even a hat girl, but this is so cute. And this is not the first Book of the Month hat that I've owned, and every time I wear them out I do get a ton of compliments, and she kind of goes with my outfit. I love it here. So y'all know I love Book of the Month. When this little blue box shows up at my doorstep, I get so excited. I've been a Book of the Month subscriber myself, like paying with my own money for probably 3 to 4 years now. I love them. And my December picks this month were Good Spirits by B.K. Borison, which I'm so excited because I've already liked a holiday romance from this author, and this is another one. And then of course I had to get a thriller pick as well, Best Offer Wins by Marissa Kashino. This is a darkly hilarious cutthroat book about the lengths people will go to get their dream home, and that just sounds so good to me. I feel like there's going to be some capitalist commentary in here, and I love that. And one thing I love about Book of the Month is that these two picks are so wildly different, but I know I'm going to really like both of them. However, even if those two don't really float your boat, Book of the Month always has like 5 to 7 picks to choose from. You get to pick one a month, or you can add bonus audiobooks and physical books on for an additional cost. The membership price of Book of the Month is the lowest price you will ever find a new release hardcover book, period, end of story. Their picks always are super diverse across genres. I feel like there's something for everybody, but if there's not, don't worry, you can skip any month with no penalty. And if you just want to try it out, they have different lengths of subscriptions. You can do 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months, which is what I do. I just love seeing that blue box at my door and getting a new book every month that I know is probably going to be a banger. So if you want to try out Book of the Month, or if you want to gift Book of the Month, which I did last year, I got my mom a Book of the Month subscription and she's been loving it this year. It's a great gift. Either way, if it's for yourself or someone you love, you can get your first Book of the Month box for only $5 with the code HOLLY. And not only do you get a brand new release hardcover book, you can also get a free hat of your choosing. They have this one, they have other ones, they have beanies for just $5. So where's the downside? I don't see one. If you want to check it out, I will link Book of the Month down below. Remember to use that code HOLLY, and thank you so much to Book of the Month for sponsoring today's December TBR. And now let's go ahead and get into all the books that I want to read this month in December. We will start out with one that I just talked about from the Book of the Month box, Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. And this sounds so good. I loved Love Light Farms by this author. It made me cry, and I give it 5 stars. And I feel like that never happens for me with the holiday romance. Like usually they're a little tropey and kitschy for me, but I just love B.K. Borison's writing style. And this one is super unique because our main character is actually having a romance with the ghost of Christmas past. And over the course of the book, it's not only a paranormal romance, but she's also trying to figure out why he is haunting her and if she is a good person. I guess she's like going through her own individual journey with that, and that just sounds so good to me. So much more than just like a fluffy little Christmas romance. Although I do enjoy those, I feel like this one's gonna have a bit more substance, and I'm really excited to read it. Next up, of course, it wouldn't be a TBR video unless I talk about my book club pick for the month. If you don't don't know, I host a thriller book club over on Patreon, and every single month we read a book together. We discuss it throughout the month. We have a big live show at the end of the month. I do a reading vlog for it that will never get posted on YouTube. It's just a good fun time. So if you want to join, the link is always down below. You don't have to join my top tier to be a part of my book club. There is a tier specifically for the book club. And this month's pick is Nothing Ever Happens Here by Serafina Nova Glass. I was waiting to read this because of the snowy atmosphere. It just didn't feel right to read it earlier in the year. And now that it's cold, I feel like this is going to be a great pick. And I've really loved books from Serafina Nova Glass in the past. The premise of this book is it's following a small town where nothing ever happens. It's kind of quiet. Everybody knows everybody. It's not a dangerous place to live. However, one girl in the town survives a harrowing attack, and she thinks that's all there is to it. She starts to move on, and then she starts getting threatening notes. And as new evidence is surfacing, our main character is trying to outrun this attack that is haunting her from her past, and the old people in the town accidentally make the case go viral online, bringing the situation from bad to worse. And that just sounds so funny to me. It's giving like a little bit of Thursday Murder Club and also a little bit of This Book Will Bury Me. And apparently it's gonna have really good wintry atmosphere. Like, look at this snowy isolated cover. Oh, I cannot wait. So if you want to read along, link is down below. I'm excited to get to this one in December. Next up, let's talk about cozy fantasy. I have a couple cozy fantasy books on my TBR. I feel like as soon as it gets cold outside, I want to read those. One that I've been highly anticipating is the follow-up to The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. I read that one earlier this year when it was cold, I think in like February or March, and I was just enamored with it. So this is the sequel. It's called The Enchanted Greenhouse, and we're following the same characters who are illegally peddling magic from the back of a jam shop in this adorable island, and they're trying to fight back, like literally against fascism, which is relatable, and spread magic back throughout the land. It's very cozy, it's very cutesy, there's a very pure romance, and all the characters are just so quirky and fun. This is gonna be the most relaxing read. I'm literally saving it for Christmas Day. And another cozy one that I picked up is Can't Spell Treason Without Tea by Rebecca Thorne. This is about Raina and Kian, and all they want to do is open a bookshop that serves tea while firelight drifts between the rafters. Hello? Talk about perfect cozy holiday atmosphere. But living their lives is not that easy, and they have some barriers to getting to their dreams. But after an assassin takes one of them hostage, she decides that she's thoroughly done with her high-risk job and it's time to make a change. So together they settle in a little town nestled in the icy tundra of Dragon Country and open the shop of their dreams. What follows is a cozy tale of mishaps, mysteries, and a murderous queen throwing the realm's biggest temper tantrum while these two women discover just what they mean to each other and the world. Okay, so this sounds exactly like Legends and Lattes, which was one of my favorite books of last year. It's a no-brainer. Of course, as always, I also have some horror and thrillers on my TBR. First up, I have The Family Across the Street by Nicole Trope. This is kind of reminding me of, what is it called? The Perfect Family by Robin Harding. This reminds me of that. Like the description says, sometimes the most perfect families are hiding the most terrible secrets. How well do you know the neighbors next door? Apparently, there's this like perfect looking family on this cul-de-sac, but they have some horrifying things, and one day the secrets start to come out and a wail of sirens is heard screeching through the neighborhood. They stop at this house and Hogarth Street will never be the same again. I feel like this is just going to be a quick and dirty little domestic thriller and I'm going to eat it up. Next up, I mentioned this book when I picked it up at Texas Book Festival in my vlog, and so many of y'all were commenting that it's one of your favorite thrillers of the year, so I knew I had to prioritize it. It is Nobody Knows You're Here by Brynn Greenwood. And this is about a girl who is kidnapped and held hostage in an isolated mansion in the woods by a shady criminal organization. And she is not used to taking up space, to asserting herself. So escaping here is going to be a big challenge for her, maybe bigger than the average person. It's even more harrowing though, because she's not only responsible for saving herself, she's also taken it upon herself to help a bunch of the child hostages escape as well. So it seems very high stakes. I love like a hostage situation in a thriller. Sounds super fast paced, and I think I'm gonna be obsessed with it, just like all of y'all were in the comments. And this is one that I wanted to read in November, but I just didn't get to it. It is One Bad Night and Other Stories by a bunch of my favorite authors: Kylie Lee Baker, Rachel Harrison, CJ Lee, Jennifer Thorne, S.A. Barnes, Stephen Graham Jones. Like, so many people that I love so much are in this collection, and they're all just like little horror stories. I think these would be good to read on Christmas break when I'm off work, like maybe just doing one a day as soon as I wake up would feel so relaxing. I'm so excited for my little time off this winter, and you know, as a horror girl, I had to sneak a horror pick in here. Even amongst all of the cozy and all of the holiday romance, I'm gonna eat this one up. But next up, let's get into the holiday reads. I have quite a few Christmassy romances to choose from here. The first one I have is Wreck the Halls by Tessa Bailey. I love Tessa Bailey, but I haven't read from her in a while. She just had a string of a couple books that I wasn't really loving too much, but I want to go back and try this one out because it's on my shelves and it's Christmas, so when other time am I gonna read it? If I don't read it this year, I have to unhaul it because it's not gonna sit on my shelves for another season. We are following a girl named Melody, which I think is perfect for a Christmas romance, and a producer is offering her a lot of money to reunite her mother's band on live TV. But she's wondering if she's going to rattle her quiet little life she's built for herself, and she's wondering if she's going to risk seeing him again, the only other person who could wrangle the rock and roll divas that are her mom and her bandmates. The lead singer's son and Melody's complete opposite. So it's like enemies to lovers. It's gonna be like famous people in the spotlight. It's gonna be Christmassy. It's on Christmas Eve where the reunion's gonna happen, and Tessa Bailey is just a master of smut, so I can't lie, I'm really looking forward to that. I also have a sapphic romance on deck. This is Kiss Her Once for Me by Allison Cochran, and it says, 1 year ago, recent Portland transplant Ellie Oliver had her dream job in animation and a Christmas Eve bookstore meet cute with a woman she fell in love with over the course of a singular night. But after a betrayal the next morning and the loss of her job soon after, she is now adrift, alone, and desperate for money. Since finding work at a local coffee shop, she's just getting through the days until... Wait, is this not a sapphic? It says Andrew, the shop's owner, proposes a shocking plan, a marriage of convenience that will give him his inheritance and alleviate her financial woes and isolation. Why did I think this was sapphic? Wait, I'm so disappointed. Gay disappointment live caught on 4K. Like, I'm so... No, okay. She is shocked to discover... Okay, wait, we're fine. She is shocked to discover that his sister is the mysterious woman she fell for last Christmas Eve. Now, over one very festive week with her new husband's family, she must choose between the safety of a fake relationship and the risk of something real. Brother-sister love triangle on Christmas? Wait, drama, and it is sapphic. Yay! Also, like, choosing between a man and a woman. Okay, bisexual. I'd love to see it. I also have The Christmas Tree Farm by Lori Gilmore. I've never read one of these, but I always see them cutesy, like, on Instagram and in Target, and everybody just looks like they're reading the cutest little fun little book. I want to be a part of it. I did do a try a chapter video last Christmas where I tried to read this one and I actually hated the first chapter. So I really hope that it gets better from there, but I'm willing to give it a try. It's about this girl who hates Christmas, but she lives in a little small town, and she just bought a Christmas tree farm, and she's trying to get this Christmas tree farm up and running. I don't know why she bought it if she hates Christmas so bad, but apparently this festive ass, jolly ass man is gonna help her do that, and it's gonna be cute, and it's gonna be vibey, and it's just gonna be a dumb little Hallmark movie, and when I need something brainless, I'm gonna pick this up. The last Christmas romance that I have on my TBR is Most Wonderful by Georgia Clark. A lot of people liked this one last year, and I didn't get around to it. It says it's a charming queer holiday romance about 3 adult siblings, each at a personal and romantic crossroads, who reunite with their larger-than-life mother at their Catskills manor for an unforgettable Christmas. Super straightforward, 3 overlapping romances. I want this to kind of feel like Love Actually or something like that, you know, when all the stories are overlapping and combined. I feel like that's the vibes that I'm gonna get, and I love that. And I have a couple more wintry mysteries for you. First up, we have The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Allie Carter, and I love this cover, it's so cutesy. So clearly this is very Christmassy. It's being compared to Knives Out because it's like a closed room, locked door mystery where 2 people are accepting a cryptic invitation to attend a Christmas house party at an English estate, but neither is expecting their host to be the most powerful author in the world. That night, though, the weather turns, and the next morning, she is gone. She vanished from a locked room, and they have to find out what happened to her. It sounds very atmospheric, very Christmassy, very Agatha Christie inspired, but with a little update and twist, and y'all know I love that. I'm just a sucker for anything Agatha Christie coded, really. And then I also have Breathless by Amy McCulloch. There is a killer on the mountain is literally the first line of this synopsis. So this woman is climbing a record-breaking series of summits with this guy. She's a journalist, and she's trying to catalog basically his journey doing this. But there's a killer stalking them on the mountain, and then one of the climbers in their party dies in what everyone assumes is a freak accident, but she fears their expedition is in much more danger. When the second climber dies, it's too late to turn back, and they are stranded on the mountain, having to battle more than just the elements in a harrowing fight for survival. Hello, the killer, picking them off one by one. This is kind of reminding me of Dead of Winter by Darcy Coates, which I freaking love that book. It was the perfect combination of like the killer picking off one by one and the snowy, isolated, like harsh elements getting to the people as well. I really want those vibes from Breathless, and I've heard good things about it from y'all. And lastly, on my December TBR, I want to read a ton of KU thrillers. I literally just went through and downloaded like 6 or 7 different thrillers from KU. I don't want to go into the in-depth synopses of all of them because I don't really know which ones I'm going to read. I'm kind of just going to feel the vibes. I'm such a mood reader when it comes to my Kindle. I'll open a bunch of books back to back and like read one chapter and then try to figure out which one I want. But I will just list off the books that I'm interested in from KU right now that I have checked out. The one that I'm already halfway through and really loving is All Her Fault by Andrea Mara. I've read from Andrea Mara before. It was a missing kid thriller, and this is another one that actually just got adapted into a Netflix series that my Patreon girlies have been going crazy over in the Discord. Everyone's saying it's amazing, so I really want to read the book so I can watch this show. I'll definitely be reading that one this month because I'm already halfway through. I also downloaded Forget You Saw Her by Noelle W. Illey, and this is the prequel to Ask for Andrea, which I fucking love that book. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. So I'm really excited for that one. I also have Strange Houses by Uketsu, which is the follow-up to Strange Pictures, which I just read last month and gave 4 stars. I also have Those Empty Eyes by Charlie Donnelly, The Caged Girl by Monica Aria, Dear Hannah by Zoya Stage, which is the follow-up to Baby Teeth, These Silent Woods by Kimmy Cunningham Grant, which sounds super vibey for winter, and The Venue by TJ Payne. So those are everything from KU that I have right now that I'm really excited for. We will see what I actually end up getting to. Subscribe and stay tuned for my December December wrap up. Also stay tuned for my superlative videos that I'll be making towards the end of this month. I'm so excited to do all of my little wrap-ups of my 2025 reading. I'll be coming out with my most surprising books of the year, my most disappointing books of the year, and my best and worst videos, of course. So like I said, subscribe for that, get excited. I'm so excited to wrap everything up. I'm such a statistics girl. I love to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and even being interested in what I'm gonna read in December. Let me know down below what you guys are gonna be reading this month, what you're looking forward to, or if you're gonna be reading any of the same books I am. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to go down below and check out Book of the Month. You can get your first book and a free hat for only $5 with the code HOLLY. And of course, as always, don't forget to read a book and go to therapy this week. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!